Hi guys, I'm in the process of installing my DIY Microlocs and I'm going to show you what I've done so far and also share with you some of my thoughts on the process of installing your own Microlocs. I started installing my Microlocs about 7 days ago. So today's Saturday. I started installing it about last week Saturday in the evening. Before I started the process of installation, I had watched lots of YouTube videos. There's a lady called Fenty, I think that's what her channel is called. I'm gonna tag it. She had shared the process of her installation over, I think it was 9 days. But for me, I think it's probably going to take more than 9 days. On Saturday morning, that was last week Saturday, before I started the process of installation, I had washed my hair using the black Dudu Also shampoo, which I made by myself. It's a DIY shampoo for clarifying my scalp. And I also conditioned my hair. It wasn't a deep condition. I just used some conditioner to soften up the hair. And then after that process, I didn't put any oils on my scalp. I didn't moisturize my hair other than just with water. What I then did was I sectioned off my hair into little plaits like this and let it air dry. And the reason why I did that was I wanted the hair to stretch a little bit. So a couple of hours later, after my hair was dry, I then started the process of installing, and I started installation from the back. So I'm going to show you what what I've done so far. Starting from the left side of my hair. So this is what it looks like from the left side. You probably can say that my locks are between small to medium, I think. Well, maybe more of medium as opposed to small. And this is what it looks like at the back. So I tend to think that my hair is fuller at the back compared to the front. So you can see the density of the locks and also the length of my hair. This is what it looks like on the right. So I haven't really installed that much on the right. And my intention is to have a side part on the right side of my head and have all of the hair fall to this side. Now, I did experience some challenges when I was installing my hair. So initially I started and I hadn't watched enough YouTube videos to understand the locking process itself. So after installing about 20 locks, I had to take it down and watch more videos. So if you guys are going to be embarking on this journey yourself as a DIY project, make sure you watch those videos, make sure you practice, make sure you understand the process of locking. Otherwise, you're going to have to install it and then take it out, or worst case scenario, cut everything off if you've spent all those days on your hair and you don't like it at the end of the day. Another thing which I would recommend is make sure you find videos that can motivate you. So this lady Fenty, when I started my locking process, I had done maybe like a third of my head, and I was like, why the hell did I decide to do this? I got so tired and so demotivated, and I started watching her videos. She had posted videos over a few days of her installing her hair, her Microlocs, and she had shared, her experiences, and it just motivated me, watching her during the installation phase and also watching her monthly updates. And I think she had one month up to 9 month updates, and that for me was just really motivational because I felt like if she could have gone through that process and her locks ended up looking so nice after 9 months, that was the end goal I was trying to achieve, and I could also get there as well. Now, another thing you might also want to consider is your starting point for your Microlocs. I started installing my Microlocs at the back, and I feel as though the ones at the back are much tinier and neater than the ones at the front. Now, that's because when I started from the back, I was really motivated. I had a lot of energy, and I spent so much time making sure the back was perfect. But now that I've gotten to the front, I feel like it's bigger and it's not as neat as the back. So what I would, if I was going to do this again, I would have done it the opposite way around. Started from the front, make sure the front is really tiny compared to the back, because nobody really sees the back. Another thing is, as I start to finish, I counted my locks. I've got about 209 locks at the moment. And I'm trying to aim for at least 300 because my hair at the front isn't as densely packed as the back. And I feel as though that if I make the front really big, then I may have to come back to reduce the sizes. So I've seen a couple of YouTubers who ended up having to go back to reduce the size of the locks at the front because they wanted it denser. And it's not as though you can't unpick it. You can using using like a pin, like a sewing pin, like a needle. Yeah, you can unpick it, but it's going to be such a long process, and it's not something I would want to do after spending so many days uh installing this Microlocs. I feel as though I may have about 3 days left. I'm really tired. I go to work full time. So what I did was I spent a lot of time on last week Saturday and last week Sunday installing it. And then I put a wig on. I might put a picture of the wig in this video just so that you guys see how I disguise my Microlocs installation. And again, I put the wig on, but I don't really like wearing wigs anymore because I feel as though like wearing of wigs has really damaged my hairline, and I'm hoping that the Microlocs will give my hair a breathing space so that I don't have to I won't have things rubbing against um my baby hair or my hairline in the future. Another issue which I've experienced, my sparsely populated front hairline, is that it became so difficult to install the tiny pieces because I don't really have a lot of hair there. And at the same time, I can't really just leave the hair and not install the Microlocs. So it's just been a little bit challenging, at least at the front here. And obviously, because as you start to finish your hair, your scalp starts to get really sensitive. You start to get really. So this is where I am. This is my first video on my YouTube channel, and I was really motivated to share my journey of the installation process with you guys because I watched so many videos that were very helpful to me. I'm not going to show you how I actually go about installing the locks because there's so many videos on YouTube which teaches you how to do this, and I will link them under this video. But what I hope to be able to achieve with my video is to give you motivation if you decide to install your Microlocs yourself. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and you also subscribe to my channel because my next video hopefully will be the finished look after I have finished my installation. So thank you so much for your time and lots of love. Bye for now.